I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't think I'm paranoid, but just looking at the accumulation of facts, which grows larger every day, I'm starting to think there's a real effort, not in public, but behind the scenes, to prevent Bernie Sanders from getting the nomination by the Democratic establishment. Am I imagining that?
You are not imagining that. No, you know what, Tucker, when I look at what's happening in the Democratic primary, and especially what just is happening right now in Iowa, what I think is not only is democracy alive, but it's thriving.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
No, this is really, of course, this is the DNC, right? By the way, they took over the counting of the votes. Did you know that they took over the counting of the votes? The DNC came in. Apparently, they don't have anybody who knows how to count stuff in Iowa, so they have to have the DNC come in. I don't know if you know, the DNC rigged the last primary against Bernie Sanders. Yeah, so those are the same people who, and by the way, the same people who rigged the primary against Bernie last time are the ones involved in making this app, right? So they got a bunch of people who worked on Hillary's campaign that work now at Shadow, and they helped build this app. And all of a sudden, and you know, here's the thing, Tucker, and you know, I've seen Glenn Greenwald make this point before, is that if these were honest mistakes, you would expect some of the mistakes to go in Bernie's favor and some of the mistakes to go in the DNC's favor. But all the mistakes are always going in the establishment's favor. So that's how you know these aren't mistakes. This isn't. And by the way, when they release those 62% of the vote, they're going to release those results. How did they decide to stop at 62%? Where's the transparency? Why did they pick those counties? There's no transparency. This is obviously, how are they going to cheat Bernie? This is how they do it, because if you know what the headline was all day yesterday and today on cable news, on CNN and MSNBC, is Pete Buttigieg is in the lead. He's retaining his lead. And that's the story they want everybody to know. And that's what half the country now thinks, is that Pete Buttigieg won Iowa.
But so there's so